Normally I make jokes all the time. You know, like earlier I got a joke about Nazis taking over Virginia Beach, which is not. It's not far from the truth. You know, I'm here with one of my man, and we were discussing about what are they gonna do? What can they do in Virginia Beach? And I'm telling you, what they're doing is the wrong course of action. And we were saying that I was in the army. Okay, I swore the oath to to defend and support America and its values, and it makes me want to puke at the Nazi regime that of their response. Now, I'm not saying don't take it lightly when they're shooting up the oceanfront, but the point is that there's already like 4,000 cops up there at the oceanfront, and it didn't stop them from shooting everything up. The level of force is not necessarily the right course of action in these cases. Police, I understand you got to do a job, investigate, and track down the people responsible. But to shut down the area is just straight Nazi. It's bullshit. Tell him.
It's bullshit.
He was talking about examples in back in Chicago back in the day where similar things. Just tell me so.
Oh, all right. So back in the days in Chicago, when we be gang banging and stuff, and we be banging on each other and fighting, fist fight, shootouts, whatever we doing. I survived all of it, but after we do all that, and then they give a curfew for a neighborhood, shut the park down or whatever, we be at the crib slapping high five, cause we shut that shit down. And these motherfuckers scared of us. Them dudes over there know not to fuck with us. The police know who we is. And we got the whole neighborhood hostage. Because can't nothing move till we say it move. And they want a peace treaty. They want it to come from us. But we don't want no peace treaty. It don't stop. Therefore, we got everything for hostage. And we happy. We celebrate that. And that's the same thing these guys out here gonna do. They somewhere in these neighborhoods slapping high five. They happy, they celebrating, cause they letting it be known like, man, we run this. The police don't run nothing. We run this. Can't nobody make a dollar. And people really mad people really happy when you shut down the merchants and stuff and people can't make a dollar. Now you got these dudes, I'm telling you, they happy, they celebrating. Cause these guys are saying like, can't nobody make a dollar without us. And until we say it's peace, it'll never be peace. And you giving all the power to them, Virginia Beach.
Right.
Yeah, wait, hold on. And then this the thing, like my partner just said, 400 police, or however many y'all got, they never stopped no shooting. Now, what about a couple of years ago, y'all killed Pharrell, little nephew, or cousin, or whatever. Y'all ain't let that stop nothing. All of a sudden, this shit y'all let it stop. And this is another killer I was just talking about. All these businesses, especially small businesses, have been suffering in America since the turn of millennium. But henceforth, 20 years later, since 2019, and we in 2026 now? Mm-hmm. COVID decimated every fucking thing. All business owners, small businesses, it's fucked up out here.
Yeah, the shutdowns and COVID made it worse. It's one of the reasons why inflation is through the roof right now, and everybody is suffering because they shut everything down.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this part. I don't mean to cut you off, Bob. But look, but from 2019 to 2026, COVID shut everything down. Nobody made no money. People just now starting to make some money. Part of last year, but into this year, people starting to make some more bread. Now you shutting these people down. And down on that ocean front, if you own any piece of property, you only make money during this part of the year. All your money you're going to make for the fiscal year come during this part of the year, the spring and the summer, and early fall. That's it. That's all. You barely got 6 months, and that money supposed to carry all the merchants for the whole year. So at the end of the year, they barely keep their head above water. They barely getting out the red. That's the only thing that keep their head above water is tourist season. One weekend, this can decimate them people for a long time. And I think it's a war. I think it's a small war on small business, and they just not telling you.
The point is, in America, we've always had a policy: do not negotiate with terrorists. Do not give in to the terrorists, and don't give the terrorists what they want. You're talking about like what, 5, maybe 10 guys total shooting up Virginia Beach, and they shut down like millions of dollars of business. Millions. For like 10 freaking dudes with an attitude. Are you kidding me? I mean, they're celebrating Virginia Beach Council. They're celebrating your fear. They know that you're scared, and they're not going to stop there. How scared are you going to show them you are? Because when you be like the Nazis, you're terrified. And it didn't work for them, and it's not going to work for you. Because in the long run, tyrannism does not work. Because people can only take so much. People can only take so much, you know? And I don't want to hear about what's legal and right. Because you know what else was legal for about 400 years? Slavery. And it didn't make it right. Just because something's legal don't make it right. Gay marriage is legal, but to me that ain't right either. So what right and wrong and moral, but locking people down, people that are just out in the street going about their lives, their business, you're not making any sense. Your policies are not making any sense. You got to do things that's going to be the betterment for everyone, and shutting it down and being fearful and hiding in a cave ain't going to work.
Hey, what about this? What about it's people who came from thousands of miles away to America? Because like every time I go on the ocean front,
it's a tourist area.
Yeah.
And you're basically telling the tourists, stick it. We don't care how much money you spent to come here. Be careful where you do and where you go, or you're going to be locked up.
And what about the fact, like I was saying, like people come from thousands of miles away to America, right? And I met some real pretty girls down there, right? But the thing is, they come to America, they could have went to LA, they could have went to Hollywood, they could have went to New York City.
That's a good point. They could go anywhere.
Anywhere in America.
I mean, they chose to come to Virginia Beach, and you guys want to ruin what little thing we're trying to grow here. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible. Now imagine somebody who saved up money for years. This is their first time in America. And they happy to come.
I mean, you don't see that going down in the Outer Banks? Come on.
Yeah.
Think smarter, Virginia Beach. Think smarter. And Norfolk, don't follow suit, because they're not doing it right. Norfolk, if you're smart, you'll say, welcome to Norfolk. Welcome to Norfolk. Y'all bring some more revenue back to Norfolk, because MacArthur Mall is looking sick. You need to get some money back into Norfolk. So listen up, Norfolk. Take Virginia Beach's stuff. Level up.